Have you noticed that nothing makes sense anymore? Or maybe never did make sense. But from what I observe in society and with people and with everything that I do, you realize that there's no meaning other than rather what people imply their meaning is. So it might be hard for you to actually understand the intricacies of everything as it becomes more nuanced, or maybe like there's so many plot holes inside of it that it becomes so confused. And yet within that confusion lies a light, but it's hard to reach because that implies going through a lot of pain, a lot of whatever. Even I putting a method to it might be forsaken or might be lost, and just that just that doubt, knowing that whatever is being said, there's always a hole in it. It's never solid. It's never foolproof because there's no fact. Every fact can be turned upside down. Every fact can lose its meaning, just like that. And we're back to square one, or maybe we're just so lost and so hyped up inside of like a fantasy or a dream world that we can't get back to reality. And it's scary. If you think about it, the way that I see, the way that I say, then if you try to make someone or make something fit into your own narrative, then you start seeing a lot of different narratives in the same space. And that's difficult for anyone that's going through whatever they're going through and they still need direction in a directionless world where the path is you treading it. Uh, they say people learn, and I guess you kind of understand that so that it doesn't become all about you, and it's never about you or your ego. But it's never about the other person too, because then the world takes advantage, even if it's not conscious of it. Like most things that happen stem from the unconscious aspect of human nature. Why? Because it's not comfortable to face the fact that we're pure evil, or to face the fact that we can hurt those that we love deliberately and be happy about it. So we can't analyze such things because they wouldn't match up with the ideals that our current society wants us to match up with, ideals of altruism, ideals of goodness, which aren't reasonable, really. And in the end, we become a product of that which we're trying to be, and instead of becoming fully authentic or fully what we are, um, it seems that we lose ourselves the more that we try to reach a standard of perfection, because we only have a linear idea of what that is instead of trying to get to the root core of what exactly makes up that uniqueness inside of a person, right? So when we get back to the drawing board, you have to ask that transformation for the individual person. Just for me, being like interested in my own ideas, in my own thoughts, in who I am as a person, I see that as a huge achievement. One that might never be celebrated by the world, and you don't need it to be celebrated by the world, because in the end, freedom lies from within. The power lies from within. Like the truth lies from within, because other than that, you're just trying to make the world fit into your own narrative. And they say you can create the world as you want it to, but you can't create the world if you don't understand fully your mind, its mechanisms, how it actually creates, how it actually works. So that even if you wanted to create, even if you had willpower, you still have blocks and whatever that's hindering you from seeing a clear process, or even having that clarity to even say I'm creating something, and this is something coming from. So I say that the greatest act of creating is creating yourself, touching to your own core and learning about that core, and learning what actually makes it come alive, what makes you come alive, and just being like a mechanic or an engineer of your own self, right? Because then everything else stems from that. You're not. I don't say, because I don't judge. I don't want to judge, even though I will judge and I can't judge. But for this moment, I'd say that no judgment. Just look at yourself. Don't see the bad or the good and think that, "Ugh, I'm bad, I'm good, and I should have something wrong with me, or I'm the greatest." What? Okay, that's you. If you choose to live delusionally, if to you it seems real and okay, do it. That's you. But the problem comes when you're living not because that's you, but because you're afraid of expressing who you truly are. You see, I have some tendencies, right, towards like the feminine proclivities, like feminine sensitivity, emotional depth, and sometimes it doesn't feel safe because the people around you have like this hyper masculinity or hyper masculine ideal that people are striving for. That anything they reeks of weakness or vulnerability is is low key sus, and I hate that because I know that's who I am. And why should I try to pretend to be a man? It's not like I wasn't created a man. I am a man, but I still have emotional sensitivity. I still have depth. So yeah, I felt that being myself, accepting that for me is one act of rebellion that anyone should undergo. That knowing that you have your natural qualities, unique qualities that you feel deeply or see deeply within yourself, but they're not really accepted by other people. So you say, okay, whatever, they accept it or they don't. I'm gonna be me. That's one act of rebellion that can be much more productive in the end for you finding your authenticity, you finding your true nature. I feel okay. Let me live you something. I was inspired by this girl. Um, Girl's amazing. If a girl has the type of thought or the type of reason or just if she thinks for herself, then for me, she's okay. She's cool. Even though we can have some narcissists and whatever, it doesn't matter. But let me leave you with something, right? You remember the time where I said that there's always a second language, right? That we don't listen deeply. If you listen deeply to this what I'm saying, and I guarantee that you'd find small bits and pieces of it of that language where I'm still speaking on the surface, but it feels like there's something underneath that's talking through that. It's like the authentic voice. I don't know. It's crazy theory, but it's alright. Love you.